How did Spider-Man come up with that ultimately distinct wall-crawling suit of his? Well, it all started one seemingly quiet day in New York, inside the Parker residence at a loft right at the heart of the city. I don't know, I think they're up to something. What do you think, Richard? Uh-huh, I read about this in a book once. See how they're avoiding eye contact, Mom? Very sketchy. Alright then, let's hear it. What's going on? Mary Jane, Watson Parker, and their eldest son, Richard, suspiciously stare at Peter and Mayday, their daughter, sitting on the couch. Of course, Pete denies something's up. Nothing. And if by nothing, May means the simple enjoyment of some solid daddy-daughter time, then yes, absolutely nothing. MJ and Richard quit teasing the two and head out. And when Pete and little Mayday has made sure the coast is clear, they get down to their secret project. On the rooftop of their loft, Mayday wears a pair of goggles that her dad made when he first started coming up with ideas for his costume, the spider suit, as Pete stands in front of her to show his newest prototype. Well, I like that it's got the spider on it, but it's kinda more scary, Dad. You think? Okay, what's it need? Maybe some color. And seriously, less scary, Dad. Pete changes into another test suit that he's come up with. You mean like this? Less scary, more cool, and red. Well, I do like the red, but it's not cool, Dad, at all. You're so old. And another. Oh yeah? Would an old man wear this? I think not. Maybe some blue, and bring back the webs. And another. So like this? No, Dad, not all blue. More like... Until finally, Mayday sees the perfect suit for her dad, as he shows her the last of the prototypes he's been workshopping in secret. Ah, so you like it? Oh, I like it. Want to take it out for a spin? To Pete and Mayday's credit, they didn't lie to MJ and Richard when they said they were going to have some quality daddy-daughter time, as Pete, now donning the iconic webbed red and blue Spider-Man suit, swings around New York's rooftops with Mayday on her back. Somewhere else, J. Jonah Jameson and Ben Parker, former editors of the Daily Bugle, pay a visit to the building they just bought for the newspaper that they've been trying to kickstart since quitting their old jobs at the Bugle. This place is a dump. Yeah, but it's our dump. You could have picked a nicer location. Jonah, I spent exactly what you told me to. Are you saying there was more money in the budget? Jonah basically admits their funds are running low. Still, the two old journalists are determined to start this new venture, especially now that Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, has taken over the Bugle. Ben and Jonah turn around to see that Pete, who's still working as a photographer at the Bugle, has come in with a housewarming gift. He notices the bulletin board at the end of the room, the same board that Jonah and Ben are using to gather and connect all the information they need to put the conspiracy surrounding Wilson Fisk and the as-yet unnamed masked individual terrorizing the Kingpin and his interests. What is it? Well, it's a map, Peter. Not really sure if we can say more than that right now, considering your current affiliations and place of employment. Oh, it's like that. Jonah offers Pete more information about the case they're working on, but only if he decides to share what he knows about the masked vigilante as well. The Bugle photographer agrees and tells his uncle and Jonah all the information he's gathered so far. In the end, Ben concludes that they're definitely going to need more information about this costumed cavalier who's been systematically taking down Fisk's known bases of operation. Later that day, Pete dons his new Spidey suit and watches for activity within the city. In fact, he does so over the next few days, and they've all been quiet so far. So much so that he was just about ready to drop the whole stakeout deal when his spider sense started tingling. Because some distance away, the same masked vigilante, the one who's been a thorn on Wilson Fisk's side for some time now, rides a glider and hurls grenades with a glowing green logo of a goblin on it right at the bullseye, the sharpshooting hitman in service to the Kingpin. It's an intense fight that Bullseye ultimately wins, but just as he's ready to deliver the kill shot on his downed opponent, his hand gets webbed up, as Spidey comes to the masked vigilante's rescue. If you can't play nice, maybe you shouldn't play at all. Bullseye is delighted to see that his other target has fallen right on his lap. The hitman launches his signature metal cards at Spidey. He misses, but he reveals that he's actually aiming for the crane behind the wall crawler. Oh boy. The towering crane falls seemingly right on top of Spidey, and Bullseye thinks his job's done. You alive in there? I hope you are, and I hope it hurts real bad. It's a grave error though, as the sharpshooter fails to notice that the masked vigilante behind him has recovered. The man in the green armor shoots him with an energy beam, but Bullseye counters with a few well-placed card shots to the man's armor, nullifying its defenses. Bullseye gets ready to finish the job he originally set out to do, but the armored vigilante reveals that it's all just a distraction, as Spider-Man emerges from the rubble and teams up with him to ultimately subdue the hitman. In the aftermath, the armored vigilante takes Bullseye's unconscious body away with his glider. Spidey asks what he plans to do with the hitman, to which the armored vigilante says, "The same thing as every day. What needs to be done? A place for everything and everything in its place." So, that's an interesting suit you have there. I bet some people think it's very cool. That's because it is cool. The armored man presses a button on his chest, which forces Spider-Man's mask to dissipate and reveal his true identity. What? No deactivating. No deactivating. Oh my god, And at that point, the armored vigilante takes off his helm and reveals himself to Peter. "Hi, I'm Harry. Peter. Well, Peter, I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but the world is a strange and dangerous place these days." "Yeah, I'm starting to notice that. You want to get a drink? Maybe talk about it?" "Sure. So, what do you guys think of this news story about how Spidey came up with his trademark suit? What do you think will happen now that he's met Harry Osborn? Let us know your theories and thoughts in the comments section below. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on that notification bell for more amazing superhero stories. See you next time, only here at KRTV Marvel.